Time again for another installment of The Basics, and like the previous episode, I'm going back into Magic the Gathering, and I want to talk about cards in the green color that are great as either doubles, triples, or quads, and I'm going to show you examples that I don't have in any of my decks currently, but would be perfect for a constructed deck. So pay attention, okay? Wow, Magic cards! Now, much like I did with the episode previous about black, I'm going to do the same thing with green. And let me tell you that if red wasn't my favorite with black a very close second, green would be a close second, because green is an awesome color to use in Magic the Gathering. There are so many ways you can build a deck with different types of creatures and different types of enchantments. That being said, the ones I'm going to show you here I don't currently have in a deck. I have used a couple of them from time to time, but they're great to have. We'll start with Stalking Tigran. You might have seen this in a previous episode. It's a 3/3 creature, costs 4 to bring out. Stalking Tiger cannot be blocked by more than one creature. You could use it as a frontline creature many turns in, or you can bring out as many as you want, up to 4, to piss off your opponent. Wall of Pine Needles. Now this is one of those walls that can actually attack. It's a 3/3. Costs 4 to bring out, but it also regenerates if you pay an extra mana. I like that feature. I've never actually used Wall of Pine Needles because I have Wall of Wood in my green deck, but I'm thinking of switching. Shambling Strider. It costs 6 to bring out. It's a 5/5 creature. If you pay a red and a green, so this is for a dual color deck more than anything, you will get +1/-1 until end of turn. So you lose a defense, but you'll gain an attack. So it turns it into a 6/4. That's not bad. Aggressive Urge is an instant. I have used this in the past. I accidentally switched it for Gigantic Growth, but this works too. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn, and then you draw a card. If you have 2, 3, or 4 of these, and you're using them on your creatures that are out there on the battlefield, you can do a lot with that. One of my favorite green cards, I don't have it in a deck right now, and mainly the one thing that I dislike about this card is it costs 8 mana to bring out. So it takes a while to get it out, but it is a cool card. Scaled Worm, it's a 7/6 creature. Yes, it costs 8 to bring out, but it could really do some freaking damage out there. Primal Frenzy only costs 1 to bring out. It's an enchantment for creature. Enchanted creature has trample. Imagine you put that on your Scaled Worm. Oh, baby. Root Greevel costs 4 to bring out. Creature Beast. It's a 2/3, but you pay 2 extra mana, sacrifice Root Greevel, destroy all enchantments of the color of your choice. So no matter what color your opponent's playing, you're going to get them. Jor-El's Favor, enchantment for creature. It costs 2 to bring out, so it's a low cost. You may play Jor-El's Favor anytime you would play an instant. Pay an extra mana, regenerate enchanted creature. Not a bad card, especially if you have 3 of them in your deck. And finally, Nantuko Disciple. Costs 4 to bring out. It's a 2/2, but you pay an extra mana. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. That can be huge. This is something you want to have a quad of in your deck. By the way, I have dice. Great cards. It's hard to choose what to put in a green deck because green has so many great cards that do almost the same thing, a little more, a little less, and I will be putting some of these multiples back in my green deck. That being said, one of the reasons why I love green a lot, and especially building a deck for green, is because of the enhancement cards that the color green has, including the Aggressive Urge or Giant Growth or Monstrous Growth. You don't really need to put those same types of enchantments from artifacts in your deck. You can go easier on the artifacts in terms of creature enchantments because you have more than enough to go around with green, and sometimes that makes a big difference in your deck. Have a great day, everybody.